Bricsys 24/7. Potentially one of the best tools that you don't even know about. Exceptionally popular in Benelux. If you're not in Benelux, you probably don't know about Bricsys 24/7. What is Bricsys 24/7? It's a document management platform that allows unlimited users and roles. It helps project managers automate repetitive tasks. It's also a model manager for BIM. It offers version control, detailed activity log, manages DWGs and external references, powerful search capability, all these wonderful things. What is Bricsys 24/7? It's a common data environment. So what's a common data environment? If you're in the AEC space, of course, you already know what this is. It's a single source of information used to collect, manage, and disseminate documentation, both graphical models and non-graphical data, aka metadata, for an entire project team. This comes from the BSI standards. The idea is that having a single place where everyone on a building project can access the data gives us a single source of truth and ensures that we're always looking at the proper documentation. With me is my friend Matthias. He's going to take us to the next step in this presentation.
So Bricsys 24/7 has proven success in CDE in managing AEC projects that are very complex. Here you can see a few examples of them. Managing construction of highways, bridges, but also managing the construction of a hospital, the station in Ghent, or the port house in Antwerp, designed by Zaha Hadid, for example. But to show you a bit more how and why our customers are using Bricsys 24/7, we would like to give you a presentation about a case, the Leopold II tunnel.
The Leopold II tunnel runs under Boulevard Leopold II, which extends the Brussels Inner Ring Road, or Petit Ceinture, to meet up with the E40 motorway leading to Ghent and Ostend. Approximately 2,600 meters long, the Boulevard Leopold II is the main and busiest traffic axis in the west of Brussels, traveled by almost 60,000 vehicles a day. Given the state of the tunnel, the government of the Brussels Capital Region approved in July 2016 the renovation of the infrastructure under a public-private partnership contract. The contract includes the design and execution of the tunnel renovation work and new tunnel equipment, along with maintenance work during the execution period and for a 25-year period following its conclusion.
So, as you may have seen, it's a very big and complex project with a lot of different stakeholders. The project needed to be separated in different zones, and for each zone there were different stakeholders. So therefore the consortium needed a tweakable CDE. They needed a way to inform all stakeholders about documents that are only relevant for them. They needed a way to manage all the access rights and set access rights during the full project. And they really would love to add additional metadata to each document to find it better, to do better research on the documents and find the documents better in the project. They really loved to have as well automated approval and document flows to automate all kinds of approvals in the project itself.
Thank you, Matthias. So 140 users, which doesn't seem like a very large number, but in 21 different organizations with at least 6, if not more, different roles. One of the most important things about 24/7 is it allows unlimited users with rights access by role. So the project manager that's running a 24/7 project can easily go in and define all of these roles to ensure that people see only what they need to see. As you can imagine, 2.5 kilometers of tunnel, a project of this magnitude, 6 different phases over multiple years, huge deal in terms of the number of drawings that were involved and the amount of information that had to be managed. What would it look like if each of these 140 users saw each of the documents? That would be a catastrophe. The idea with 24/7 is to store the data in one single place and ensure that each user, by role, can see only the information that's pertinent to them. How do we do this? Well, 24/7 has a tweakable workflow system. What does that mean? If we look at that workflow in a graphical presentation, and don't squint too much because you can't see it from back there. I just want to show this as an overall schematic. 24/7 has a workflow editor that allows us to define that workflow very simply up front. We'll walk you through this thing schematically from the left-hand side and talk about this first phase, which is the upload of a drawing or a document, the addition of metadata. Now, one thing that's very important about this is you can see in this upload dialog box, we've defined we're creating the actual document names dynamically based on the different classes that document fits into. So you can see the member of the consortium, the type of work being done, the discipline, and then all of the other information, including phasing here. We can set that data, and once we do, that document gets imported into the system, and it's shown both visually and in tabular form. Now, these are all very adjustable. The other thing you're going to notice is this is in French, because it's in Brussels. But there are also people in this consortium speaking English and Spanish and Italian and other languages, and Belgian, of course, Dutch. So we need to be able to show each user a view that shows a custom view for them based on the type of information that they need to see. So after this document is uploaded, it goes into a queue for approval for the project manager. Now, this is really important. Someone has to make sure that these uploaded documents are ready to move to the next phase in the process. Now, we can set up workflows that will automatically route documents. In this case, we've set up a workflow that gets the document to the right person for that approval. And you can see the choices that have been built into this workflow. Do you approve this for client info? Need assistance? Approve internally and move to the next phase. So all of these different workflow steps are very easily defined by an administrator who is using Bricsys 24/7 and setting up all of those different configurations for each type of document. And then finally, this idea of once the document's approved, moving it to a binder, a document binder, that allows each client to see the information in the proper way in their system. So with that, I want to go back to Matthias. He's going to take the next part.
Yeah, so after the document is approved by the project manager, the status of the document will be set automatically to internally approved, and then the client will get a task in his email to perform, and he now see here, do you approve this document? Approve or approve with remarks. Once he have approved it, the workflow will continue. Here you see two print screens of the ongoing project again. On the right-hand side, you see a list of all the tasks of one person in the project. And on the left-hand side, you see an overview of the administrator of the project who needs to follow up all the workflows and needs to be sure that everything is approved or that everything is, that the project is running well. So all these tools are already available today and are used in Benelux every day. So they're only, this is available for only 170 euros per month. But Don will tell you more about Bricsys 24/7 now.
We just like to give each other a fair chance to talk. Bricsys 24/7 is also a drawing and model management tool. This is really important because BricsCAD makes drawings and uses things like external references to help place drawing data in manageable data sets. If we can't manage those from our CDE, then our CDE wouldn't be quite as effective as it should be. The idea is that while this is something that's available today, it's not only available, but the model server capabilities and drawing server capabilities are being used by multiple customers. I can't name the customers, but I can tell you the first case. A building owner that we've been working with for quite a while has opted to manage all of their drawings for all of their buildings in Bricsys 24/7. They transferred and uploaded more than 2,000 drawings and metadata very quickly using a batch uploader. So that allowed them to get to work with 24/7 very quickly. The second case is one that's ongoing, a new client. I wish I could say who they are. A new client, a real estate company who is managing their clients' data, has approximately 80,000 drawings and XREFs with full relationships in place that they are going to upload to Bricsys 24/7. In fact, that project's in progress now. So this is a product, again, that is not only capable of doing all of the tasks of what we would think of as a conventional common data environment, but also manages drawings and XREFs and allows people around the world with the proper access rights to be able to access data from wherever they may be, make changes to that data, and upload version data back to 24/7, notifying everyone who needs to be notified on that workflow path. And so at this point, I'd like to invite Jürgen to show us a bit more about 24/7 with a live demo.
So we have our drawings in 24/7, but of course it's all built into Bricsys that you can easily reach those drawings, make some changes, and upload your changes. So in the standard file menu, you have Bricsys 24/7, where you can open drawings directly from 24/7. So I'll just select one of the projects where I have access to, one of the folders, and select some drawing. I already get a preview, and it opens the drawing in my local Bricsys. So let me add some annotations here. So I added some annotations. Probably doesn't make sense what I've done here, but I want to share that with the world. So I'm going to upload that back to 24/7. I want a local copy as well. Yeah. And I upload it back to the project. Yeah, I want to make a new revision. So this is now in the online environment. And you see there's one revision on this document. So I now want to share that. So I go to the folder access. I'm an administrator here, so I can set up who can see my files. So here you see that the engineers, for example, do not have any access in my project yet. So I'll allow them to download and view my file, maybe make some annotations on it as well. And as soon as I save this, this is active. So if now someone from the engineering role will log in, they will see the changes. So if they don't have the time to check every hour if the file is ready already, I can send them a notification so they don't have to go check every hour. So let's send a message to Don letting him know that the file has been updated. So you see it's about this file. He will get a link to that file, just clicks on the link, arrives in the project, and sees the updated file. I can view it online as well. And you see that my nice annotations are available. So this is a 2D, it is in sections. We have a 3D viewer as well. It's in our BIM module. So you see the twisted tower model that you saw earlier on. So you see it consists of a large number of DWGs, and the BIM folder will keep track how all this is connected together. So if I go to all the model files, you will see some links here. So the number indicates the number of links between the files. And you see that this one has a link to and from another document. So it's probably used as an XREF, and it has another XREF nested below. So all that information is tracked by the system. You don't need to put those links in manually. It will do that for you. So I can open the main drawing. And it will not open a 2D viewer, but a 3D viewer. So the 3D viewer now uses WebGL 2.0, which means it's more powerful, more performant, which allows us also to use anti-aliasing now. I'm not sure if that is very visible on the screen, but it has nicer edges than it had before. So this is a quite big model, so I can still view it, and it's collecting all the viewing information and all the data from all individual DWGs and putting it on the server together in one BIM model. I cannot just only grab it and rotate it. I can also do sections here. Maybe look at some details. You can also select individual objects, and it will show you all the information it knows about that object. Of course, it needs to be filled in by the person who designed it. So another example is the Gemini building. We saw that one before as well. So here as well, it consists of a number of DWG files. All the information is put together in one model, and I can slice that and click on the individual items and see the information it finds. So I'm on level 6 apparently on the walls, and I'm looking at a glass partition wall. Select here, and you see that this is a door, for example. I can filter out the fields from the information shown here. So the information shown is in IFC structured, well, it's shown in IFC structure, so if you know about IFC, the properties will be in the same logical order. Talking about IFC, the 3D viewer now also supports IFC. So in this case, the villa, which was also shown before, is here uploaded as an IFC model, and that as well is available in the viewer. It's the same viewer, so you have exactly the same functionality. I can also here slice it, maybe try and slice it in a different direction for a change. And here as well, if the data is filled in, I can just click on any object and see the information that was provided by the designer. Here's an IFC version of the Gemini building. So it doesn't make any difference if you uploaded the DWG or the IFC, you see exactly the same information. Another feature is just like we have in the 2D viewer, you can put 3D annotations on that view. So I can select an item and put some remark there, or I can look at my colleagues' remarks or my own. And you see you can rotate the building around. The pin is still in the same spot, but the text always keeps in front, so you can see the remarks. So, back to you.
So, isn't this cool? So, applause, Jürgen, thank you. But there is even more. Because Bricsys 24/7 will be offered for free to all V19 all-in maintenance users. And the basic functionality will be made available in Q1 2019. So that is document and drawing management, set access right, and invite users to your project. So it will be available, it will be made available in Q1 2019 and free for all V19 all-in maintenance users. But, Don, what are the future plans?
How's that for a great lead-in? Thank you, Jürgen, by the way. That was great. And I was supposed to ask Jürgen to add some annotations. That was what we had in the script, but I forgot. And thank goodness I forgot, because those are some pretty lousy annotations. But I love the fact that you showed us the workflow, and you can see how simple it is, and you can see how tight the integration is with BricsCAD today. I think the thing that's really important is we're working to improve that interface with BricsCAD and BricsCAD BIM moving forward. So we will have a much richer and a much more usable interface inside of BricsCAD and BricsCAD BIM in the near future that will help us bring that notifications panel and information like that from 24/7 directly into the BricsCAD environment. Also, in terms of future plans, as long as we're talking about midterm plans, the Open BIM collaboration format is huge, and it is planned to be integrated into both Bricsys 24/7 and BricsCAD BIM. The other project that we're working on today is using 24/7 as an exchange platform for virtual reality models. We are doing a lot of work in this area. We showed you some VR last year. We have the ability this year, I think it's tomorrow afternoon, you'll have the ability during the break to go and experience Bricsys VR on your very own. But the idea is that this environment, and I think you can see the speed and performance of this tool, is really the next generation solution for sharing data, especially for users who are creating and building things in the DWG environment. So to all of our presenters and definitely to all of our guests, thank you so much for spending the day with us today. We really appreciate it.